After our first stop, we might be doing a big creek for the rest of it.
Great.
I had to look on the map tonight. I'm not today because
one more of the bonuses of this.
It's been 3 years since we've done this paddleboard, and I think when we did this last time, we came down from Brant Park all the way to the end of the Oxbow, right? So that was the reason why you hated this paddle, because not only is it
a bottle the one trip.
Not only is this a flat paddle, we actually did the 10 kilometers down for Brant Park before we did this, right? So anyway,
well, maybe if there's an early beach, we should have an early beach.
Yeah, there's I had a look. There's a spot 5 kilometers down, so after the first hour, perfect spot, and then from there it's just a boost. It's a nice day. Take advantage of being out in the water. I mean, you could literally float, and we could still get back in your timeline. Because I think even if you just drifted, you'd eventually get there.
I couldn't imagine. How long would it take to do this whole thing on a tube?
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you would get down this on a tube without having some sort of a paddle. I suppose eventually the water gets there, but... Welcome back to Midlife Explorer. Gordon Dave, we're back out again on a Friday afternoon, and today we're doing Gord's absolute favorite paddle. He likes it so much, we decided we were going to do it because we wanted to stay in Brantford today. Woohoo! Okay, so now what we officially have to do during this 14.5 kilometer paddle is count the number of times Gord complains about it being flat water or just simply being bored, because that's a guarantee. Look, see, it's interesting. Turtles, little ones too.
I'm so glad I came.
Yeah, Oxbow, the famous Oxbow, 14.5 kilometers. You basically pull out about a kilometer down the road from where you put in. So actually you could do it all by yourself. But it's all flat water. Nice and deep, but the river isn't moving much. And from here it's like this all the way down to Caledonia. Which we have paddled and vowed never to paddle again. I do the section below Caledonia. Below Caledonia was good. That one wasn't bad. Down at Cayuga.
Was it?
Yeah, it was one of those fall paddles that we did. The first section breaks up into a bunch of different channels. No, that one's not a bad paddle. As far as Grand River paddle is concerned, that's a little bit more like upstream on the Grand.
What are you talking about? It's like this to Lake Erie.
No, it's not. Down below the Caledonia Dam, it gets shallow again. Just for a little bit. That section of the river's not deep.
Oh, we got out in Cayuga. That's
We got out. We paddled from.
you come under the
Caledonia, yeah.
bridge on the main drag, and you get out at that little park right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's like from the Oxbow. It's like this all the way down through Chiefs Woods, all the way down to Caledonia. Right. We've done that as well, but the section below Caledonia wasn't bad. I didn't mind that.
That was the one that put me to cortisone.
No, that was the Chiefs Woods paddle.
Chief.
Yeah, that was that late fall, like 40-kilometer-an-hour gusts.
Gus never stopped. It was in our face the whole time.
That's true enough.
Flat water, waves coming at us.
See, I
may have cursed you a couple of times that day.
I thought that was a pretty cool paddle. I enjoyed that.
Great.
I did.
I obviously didn't see it the same way.
So I got
to go get a cortisone shot after.
Actually, because of that paddle, the next spring we only went out once down the cable to Paris, and then you stopped everything after a couple of bike rides.
Yeah.
Right, we were hiking there for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I couldn't get in to get the shot.
Do what I can to make this an interesting paddle. This will be the only place where this river bubbles. I'm in my little necky. I haven't been in my necky for the entire season so far. This is my oldest boat. I actually think it's even though it's 2 feet longer than my Old Town, I think this is actually lighter than even the Old Town, but it's definitely lighter than the Dagger. And that's the reason why I brought this today, because I got a couple of aches and pains from the weekend. So I wanted to have a lighter boat to get on and off the car. And this is lighter. Whoa! I guess that's the water treatment plant.
Yeah.
Hey?
How's that feel? Smell nice?
No, it's fine. You know, Gord. Actually, it's not bad at all.
Have a sip.
No, it doesn't smell. I mean, we ended up finding another spot down here to get out of. It was probably something like that. But, I mean, the place that we're getting out at isn't great. Have a look at that. On our final exit.
Well, this is what I want to do today anyway. A little exercise. You have to paddle or you don't move.
Well, you're gliding a little bit, but you know what? It's water. You're paddling. You get some fresh air. You're out in the sun on a river, looking at the wildlife.
Yeah, my lungs do feel pretty good when I'm out in this fresh air.
That is the problem with this section of the Grand. Once you get down below Brantford, there's all kinds of garbage from Brantford.
Well, because the water doesn't move. This is where it all ends up too. It could be coming from Paris for all we know, right?
Well, I imagine there's some coming from Paris, Cambridge, you know, Kitchener, Waterloo. I'm sure all those things contribute to it. But the reality is they end up getting caught in the similar types of situations that the garbage is here. Whenever the river bends and you've got a tree in the river, they just gather there, right? So that's why we haven't gone up to New Hamburg. Again, only picked this path today, Gord. By the way, I think that's the third time.
You what?
Complaint number 3 from Gord about the river and the paddle. I'm going to go back and count the other ones because I think it's
Hey,
I think it's more than 3.
Wait,
Hey, it's like that time we were up in New Hamburg paddling north from New Hamburg up the Nith River, right? I have never gone back to that river because that was way worse.
You
than
never
this.
get me back to that one. I don't care if you say you only fucking.
Yeah, no. But I told.
today.
Alright, so we've got about 5.5 kilometers down from the Cockshutt Bridge. And I checked on Google Maps, kind of looking for a spot to get out, which is where we've just stopped for our first break. So a little bit early for a break, but I think it's actually going to be our last place to have a break. From what I can remember and what I can see on Google Maps, from here on in down the river, there really isn't anywhere to get out, and the banks are pretty muddy. So if you need anything, make sure you've got access to it, or it's in the boat with you. Gord and I are okay though. We're all set for the next 2 hours, which I think is what we've got left. And this is basically what we've got to do now for the next 2 hours, man.
What's that?
This
2 hours without a beer?
2 hours without a break. I'm sure you'll be able to have a beer because you've got them in your cooler.
2 hours to the finish.
2 hours to the finish.
Gotcha.
With
to the next beer. I said, like, fuck.
With minimum opportunity to get out from now till where we actually get to the bridge. So,
Yeah, that I get.
yeah.
I am prepared for that. I have the beer between my legs.
Which is fine. It's not that far actually, Gord. We can probably easily drink that beer by the time we get there.
Well, you have to coast because I can't paddle. And do you have a bottle holder in that one?
That's why I brought the red boat, sir. I brought the red boat because I got a bottle holder right here in my lap.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this seat's got it molded into it. The Dagger does not. It's wider when you're on it than it looks from when you're looking at Google Maps. From Google Maps, it definitely looks like this is going to get a lot narrower.
It's the Oxbow. It's wide, flat, and boring. That's not a complaint.
That's 5.
That's not a complaint.
That's 5.
Just fact.
That's 5.
That is fact.
It's 5.
You can't use fact as a complaint.
Hey, it's deep enough to paddle in without having to walk. You get back to where you started with a 1 kilometer walk.
Okay, Davy Robbins. I trying to find good shit in this thing all you want.
And you're on the water for 3.5 hours, man. Those are 3 good things. 3.5 hour paddle. Don't have
buddy,
to
this
get
is
out.
the most fun I've had with my clothes on ever.
All right, I think there's a lot of folks that are like me that like the stuff that we do further up on the Grand River, but are also happy to get out on the paddle like this. So I still recommend this paddle. Gord, on the other hand,
Gord likes bumpy water.
I think he would rather be, but there is no river right now deep enough to be making any bumpy water that you can get there. Right? Where are you going to go to paddle that? We can do, by the way, next paddle, if you want to do Cambridge to Paris with all the tourists, let's go and play Dodge the Tuber.
Hey, that's not a bad, it's not a bad thing sometimes.
Right? Let's go play Dodge the Tuber. Okay?
Yeah. We can do that.
I think one day on my own in the middle of the week, I'm going to load up my kayak and go up to Luther Marsh. And go paddle around Luther
I
Marsh.
will probably do Cambridge to Paris when you're in...
I'm if I've got time next weekend, we'll try to go paddling twice anyway. So.
I get Colt to pick me up again.
No, you and I will go our next paddle. We'll go.
Yeah, I just mean I might do it again after that one.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, when I'm away, you mean?
And then my e-bike.
Yeah. So my North Rock. Look.
Yeah.
That's a hawk, eh? It's a young one?
That is a big hawk. Move, you bugger.
What's that?
I'm trying to get him to move.
He's up there.
I see him.
Where is he? He's up here?
Yeah, he's up in the top right.
Actually, as we ride our bikes down that Brantford to Hamilton Trail, Gord,
The dump is like right over here.
this is the point at which you normally say, "Oh, the Oxbow, I hate that stretch of the grid." On our bike rides. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's not that bad. It's
Doesn't
not.
sound like me.
It's not that bad though, is it? I mean, it got you out. Yeah, and the river's nice and deep here, so you could have a boat. Yeah, that's a cottage, isn't it? There's no other way of describing what that is. That's a cottage. Very nice spot. Yeah, it'd be nice to own a
Yeah,
piece.
like the deck or the back off, you know, the deck off the back, and also the standalone one. Got a hot tub built in it.
Yeah, no, nice spot. Very nice spot. Do you think the river ever gets up higher than that break wall?
I don't know. I don't think it gets as high as the house.
No, I wouldn't be worried about that. I'd just be worried about. They've done a good job of protecting that from erosion, though. That's good.
Somebody lost their boat to the right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and more turtles. Lots of turtles. There's 4 of them there. One's just getting out. He's changed his mind. I was taking pictures of turtles, sir.
You do what you gotta do.
I tell ya.
I'll never be far.
What's that, sir?
I'll never be far.
No, that's good. You paddle at your own pace. You know I'll always catch you anyway.
Okay.
It is kind of cool. This is all within the perimeter of your city boundaries. I said, the stretch of river that Brantford has, it's actually pretty cool. You think about it coming into from Brant Park all the way through downtown Brantford, and then this part here, you've actually got a good stretch of river.
Especially this part.
Okay. We can't see his face, so we can't. Actually, I'm going to give that one a 6. There you go. That's number 6. Because that one, unfortunately, he didn't sell that
Especially
one
this
very
part.
well.
Like, look at how beautifully planted.
He didn't sell that last one very well.
It does look nice though.
You know what? If you told my 12-year-old self that this is what I was going to get to do today, I would have been pretty damn happy. Right?
At 12, you would have said that's really boring.
Me at 12, Gord? I would have wanted to paddle this entire stretch of river all the way to Caledonia from where we put in. When I was 12, I would have gone for 8 hours.
I don't want to. I want my truck.
Hey, didn't we get out there?
Huh?
To your left.
You probably could.
Have a look. Go test how deep it is. That's got promise. I don't think we've got far to go regardless, Gord. I think we're just around the corner now, really. But if we can get out and have a beer, then we might as well finish the beer. Yeah, you're not getting out here, Gord. It's too muddy. Yeah, it's too muddy. Not worth it. There's the bridge. So there you go. That's 14.5 kilometers in the Oxbow. We're done. Yeah, I can hear Gord in the background. Not Gord's favorite stretch of river? You know what? The only issue I have with the Oxbow is that there's nowhere other than that first spot that we stopped. There's literally nowhere else to get out. So you are stuck in the boat for 2 hours, and for me, that's a little hard on my hips, but you know, if you don't mind sitting in the boat for a couple of hours, this is a great stretch of river, and it's a good paddle. I'll come back. Anyway, if you've made it to this stage of the video, thanks for watching. We will probably be out on our bikes next week. And then finding somewhere else in the Grand River, probably to paddle in a couple of weeks. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. How you doing?
Found some kid's raft tied up in some weeds. So we dislodged it.
Yeah.
Now we're going to try and run the raft to the bridge.
There you go. You gonna go catch it?
Oh. I keep telling him we should tow the canoe behind so in case we got a bail. He's like, I can swim.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I kind of hook up the canoe just in case you need it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. How far are you going down? You're assuming you can get back? Well, good luck. We're going to be, hey, you know what? By the time we get to the bridge, we'll still be here. So, worst case scenario, we'll push the canoe down for you.